everyone, welcome back to our channel startuplanes.com. I'm Namrata and I'm taking interviews of the CEOs and founders of several innovative startups in India. In today's interview, I'll be talking to Mr. Ajit Gaure, the founder of O2O. Having worked in the banking industry for more than 20 years in several roles such as head of procurement, head of accounts payable, Ajit started O2O, a B2B e-commerce platform with his friend Anand. The startup aims to help organizations realize their core values and help them in saving costs and improving process efficiencies. You want to know more about this business? Let's get into the video.
Hello, sir. Thank you for joining. I'm Namrata and I'll be taking your interview. So, before the interview begins, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, of course, why not? Myself, Ajit Gaude. We have started this journey last year during pandemic. I am a BCom, MBA, a typical Indian Maharashtrian boy who started the journey with a cooperative sector, worked with one of the multi-state cooperative bank for 4 years, and then got an opportunity to work with one of the premier private sector bank of India. I worked there for 20 long years, more than 2 decades. I worked with that organization. I was head of the accounts payable. I was heading the procurement of India for that bank. And with the little experience which I gathered during that particular tenure, I decided to start something on my own. And O2O is that brainchild, and which is a startup which we have started last year.
All right. So, how did you come up with this idea of the startup?
Oh, it's a good question. It was always back of my mind to start something on my own. I thought that I can do something on my own, and I always have a feeling that I can make it big. It's just a matter of time. It was the first attempt was in the year 2018, if I'm not wrong. But because of some of the things which I can't discuss, I could not augment. I could not start that particular thing in the 2018. 2020, I met one of my old-time friend, the ex-Axis Bank friend. He was in Singapore. He left Axis Bank in 2018 and joined Maybank Singapore as a digital head. And then he joined. He is supposed to come back to India in the month of February, March, just before Narendra Modi is actually closing down the entire India because of the pandemic. And then I thought of sharing this idea. I said that I have a little bit of experience in accounts payable, procurement, supply chain management, and you are the typical IT guy that with the help of you, we can build an entire B2B platform. And this particular platform will be definitely a great thing for that MSME, SME guys who are the people who don't get the economical scale benefit. So here, this particular, what you can say, a small discussion started and it erupted as a volcano.
All right. So, when you started with this business back in 2018, I guess. So, was there an
2020
okay.
we have started.
20. So, was there an existing market gap where you could identify that your product would rightly fit in?
Yeah, it's a good question. Again, market gap is always should be there. Otherwise, you will not able to sell your idea. So, market gap is what? There are a lot of platform, whether it is B2C or B2B. There are a lot of platforms available, and you will always get that particular platform for each and every people in the industry. But you should understand where is the problem. The problem statement was the SME and MSME. These people are typically with the turnover of 1 to 10 CR or a typical size of 5 to 50, 5 to 100 employees. Unfortunately, they do not have that much of business. They are not in the position to generate that much of business, and that is the reason they are not in the position to get that economical scale when they are purchasing something. We are saying that you can use O2O as a platform. This is a platform which has been built by using the expertise in the industry and we are getting you the best of the prices, best of the brands, and the turnaround time which any pin code in India we are in a position to supply, and you will get everything under one roof. There is no need for you to go for a commercial display to X guys, for a water purifier to B guys, for the modular furniture chair to C guys, or if you want typical travel services, you need to go to Cox and Kings of the world. If you need recruitment services, you need to pay 8.33% on your CTC to these guys. No need. You just get yourself enrolled with O2O. You will get everything under one roof, and we are your one roof solution for entire office requirements.
All right.
That is the
Understood.
market bank gap we have identified. Sorry, Namrata.
Understood. So I was saying that while this process was ideating, any challenges or any particular difficulties you had faced?
Difficulties is always there. Unfortunate thing happened was the pandemic. The COVID-19 situation was actually the biggest hurdle which we have, because you have seen that last 1 year was very terrible and horrible for these SME MSME guys. Many industries not only halted their operations but closed their operations. It's very difficult for them to meet their both ends. We have seen there are, if you see in Mumbai, there are a lot of industrial estate you will find in Mumbai. In one industrial estate, you will find 2,500 to 3,000 shops. All are coming under these MSMEs. These are all small enterprises. They are not in the position to sustain, because any point of time they have to pay the rent for that particular shop. But they are not in the position to work from the office. So that was the major problem, and that was the actual setback happened to us in the year, in that particular first 3 to 4 months. So you can say from February to August. But we thought that let's take this particular opportunity as how we will be in a position to take this particular thing into the opportunity. And then we started building up all the softwares, and then by working from home, we have started building up 6 different softwares which we are making under one suite, and we are ready with that software on 15th August last year. So there were difficulties because of the pandemic, because we have started in the actually it was a wrong start, but unfortunately this happens to everybody and on this planet. So that was the problem statement for us.
All right. So if you had to explain your business model to me in simple terms, like I don't have much knowledge about this domain. So how would you do that?
See, the business model was actually very flexible. Why I am using the word is, the erstwhile when we started this particular business model, which I said that we started with the B2B e-commerce marketplace, a typical Amazons and Flipkarts of the world, but that is for an individual. So Namrata can buy anything she wants by just logging into Amazon account, and she buy a mobile for her. So what we are doing is that is the same model, but for the B2B guys, for the MSMEs guys. Here, these people are registering themselves on our portal. Once they register, they will get a user ID and password. There are a lot of other things which I am not discussing here. So there are a lot of other things. So they are in a position to get themselves registered, and they can see the entire categories which one office requires. From pin to piano, all categories we have covered, whether it is products, whether it is services. So this is our model number 1. Then I said that yes, we lost the path because of the pandemic. First 4 months were bad for the MSME guys. They are not in the position to work. Then why they will go to procure the services? Then we started the offline mode. Then there were some offices. They said that unfortunately we can't. We have so many branches at many pin codes. It's very difficult for us to punch the order in the system. We said no worries. You give the orders the way you used to do in the erstwhile India. You can send me a mail that you will be requiring this and this thing, or you can send me the PO. Our back office team will punch the order on your behalf in the system. Reason behind is, at any point of time you will be in a position to get the meaningful and rich MIS. So that is the second model, that is offline. It is a typical model that you ask for something and I am selling that particular thing. And the third and the most important model is the software division. which is been used by now because of the NDA clause. I can't disclose the name of the clientels live, but there are very big four companies in the BFSI segment. They have started working on our model. That is a O2O platform which we have built. That is the indenting software, the annual maintenance management software, a P2P, that is a procurement to payment software, and the entire stocking software. So entire suite they are working on. So these are the three basic level: that online sales, offline sales, and the software division. That is the three segments of O2.
All right. So, if I may ask, like, who are your target audience? Is it just the B2B model, or does it have some other layers to it, or is it targeting other customers or other people as well from different domains?
So one should understand that O2O. What is O2O? O2O denotes for office to office. So office to office short form is O2O is a trademark. It's a trademark. O2O is a trademark. It's registered. So O2O is a Startup India registered company, and let me tell you is when we are saying office to office, so whatever you require office, everything is available. So whoever is having office can be our customer. Whether it is BFSI, whether it is airline, whether it is the cement industry, whether it is the hotel industry, anybody can become our customer. Because everybody is having their office. Even your company, for example, Startup Planes is a company. If they have office, if they have some requirement of a small stationery requirement, or you want to give a gifting to all your people who are working from home, we are your one-stop solution. So there is no such clientele. So that is one of the best thing about O2O, that anybody can become our client.
All right. So next questions in the line of what you were answering, my next two questions are pretty much interlinked with each other. Is that why should customers or why should clients choose you over others, and what makes your company stand out amongst your competitors?
I will try to answer this bit difficult question, honestly speaking. Why one should choose me is you will get one-rope solution. You will be in a position to get anything and everything to me. So today, a purchase department or an administration department, they have 50, 60 employees. Also, they have employees in all the clusters or zones. We are saying that there is no need for such a huge requirement of manpower. There is no manpower deployment requirement at your end. Whatever your requirement, you feed to us. We are a solution company. So if you are throwing a hat in my ring and saying that I would like to have this, I will not just typical Lala guy who will be in a position to give you a requirement saying that yes, this is the cost for this. I will come up with A, B and C solutions that you are buying this at X cost. You will be in a position to buy this, the similar specification X minus 10%. You will be in a position to buy it at X%, same cost, but you will be at operational efficiency over here. Or this is something which will be having a super quality. You may be paying 10% extra, but this particular thing will have a long-lasting impact, maybe a reputation thing. So that is what O2O about. Anand experience from the technology side, my experience from payable and procurement side. We will be in a position to value add with our composition and experience, and that is one of the reason the clients, the customers may feel that O2O will be a formidable partner for their purchases. I'm so sorry. What is the second question? The link to that first question, if you don't mind.
Yes, the second question was what makes your company stand out amongst your competitors?
Yeah. The answer is same. Why stand out? Because yes.
Yeah, so to sum it up, it's like when somebody or a business registers with you, they will have a variety of options to choose from for their specific requirements.
Absolutely correct, Namrata.
Okay, so coming to another aspect of the business, that is having a workforce, like a team working for you. So if somebody is really interested to join your team and become your valuable team member, what kind of work environment or what kind of other employee benefits that person will get other than monetary benefits, of course?
I always believe that if I am not in a position to make my place as a great place to work, at least I should try to make that place as a good place to work. So we have an office at two levels. One at a very remote part of Maharashtra, that is southern Maharashtra, that is Sindhudurg. The reason behind keeping one office there is to ensure that I will be in a position to generate a good employment at a position, because now unfortunately we have seen that people from that side is coming towards Mumbai, Pune for the jobs, and at the end of the day what happens, they are you will find a poor father or a mother or one of them is staying there without their children are working all the way here because they do not have opportunities. So first is I am trying to create good opportunities in the district Sindhudurg. Second is for the Mumbai. I cannot name, but there are 3 employees who used to work with some or other banks. They have now started working with us. Working with my startup will be there. So one of the question, the similar question has been asked to me last week. There was an interview with one of a guy who is working with an organization for 15 years. That what is my job profile? I said this is the only question I can't answer because there is no job profile. This is a startup. So tomorrow you may to write a BRD. Tomorrow you are in a position to test that particular thing in the live environment. Other way you will be in a position to see the administration of the office. So today, if you are there in one office or a bigger environment, you will get a less. Your job is very much limited. So unfortunately, you are like if you are from Mumbai. I always used to give this example to my friends. The horse which you will find at Thana station is having a blinkers on. So once you are there, that particular you are sitting in a horse cart. That horse know that yes, you have to go to Talampally. You need to go to that particular lake only. That blinkers is not there when you are working with O2O. You are ready to go march anywhere. We are working. Another best thing about our organization is, Namrata, you will love to hear that. Our work timings are 11 to 5. And we are working 5 days in a week.
All right.
So this is something is we always ensure that you work for 6 hours, but you work hard for the 6 hours and enjoy and marry with your family. So you will try to ensure that you will have a good work-life balance, and that is the best thing about this organization. That is, I feel, from the employee perspective. Maybe you can take a 360-degree view. They may be in a better position to answer this question. But I think we are trying to do that. I hope that maybe tomorrow Glassdoors of this world be in a position to give similar feedback about us.
Absolutely, sir. So to sum it up, it's like a holistic environment with overall growth of every candidate.
Absolutely. Holistic approach has to be there. If you need to be successful, you will not be in a position to learn each and everything in a passage of 10-20 years. But if you work with a startup, whether my startup or another startup, if whenever you are working with a startup, you will be in a position to learn the things more faster, and you will be in a position to learn wider things, more things. You are in a position, today you are a HR head, tomorrow you are an administration head, day after tomorrow you are a marketing head. And that is the best part about the startups.
Right. So when talking about vendors and when you are associating with vendors, what are the parameters you judge them upon before taking them on board?
This question would have been difficult if I would not be the procurement head of an organization for so long. Since I was the head of the procurement of an organization, I know all these people for years. By God's grace, we always work in a very systematic way, and that is one of the reasons we had a lot of friends, and that is one of the best thing. We know who are good and who are bad. We know who are in a position to keep their promises and who are actually bluffing. So that is all about the experience. So we know that to whom we should do the contract. And so if you, for example, if you have X line item, there are hundreds of vendors, but we are going to do the contract with 3 or 4 players who is having that particular thing that they also have that particular holistic approach, where tomorrow they will be in a position to ensure that they will sustain rates, and that is something every organization wants.
Right. Also talking about the future of the company, have you planned any short-term goal or a long-term goal?
Yeah, of course, everybody is having that particular thing. It is always written. Unfortunately, I'm sitting in my cabin now, otherwise, I would have seen. We have written those goals on our walls of the company. The short term goal is to acquire 3 clients every month. Very, very precise. We are working only for 6 hours now. No problem. Acquire only 1 client per week. If you are not in a position to acquire 1 client in a week, ensure that you are going to acquire second client, 2 clients in 2 weeks. You just acquire 3 clients in a month. That is my short-term goal. Very simple. I am not talking about business. Whether they are giving me 10,000 rupees business or whether they are giving me 10 CR business. Just acquire 3 clients. That is my short-term goal. And about the long-term perspective, yes, and we are working through it. We are working for some overseas offices. We are also working for some entire suite which will be available for organizations very soon, and that will be I am a solution company. O2O is a solution company. When we are saying the solution company, I should be in a position to give many more solutions before anybody asks for. So that is something my long-term goal. And of course, long-term goal of any of the startup is to have a much bigger valuation. So somebody is doing the valuation of O2 or maybe in 2023. So my valuation must be some X. That number I do not want to disclose, but yes, there is something back of our mind. Valuation and many more acquisition of clients, and at the same time, entire suite should be available. Before somebody is asking whether it is available at you, I should be in a position to say that yes, it's available at me.
All right. So, talking about valuations, you would agree to the statement that whenever a startup wants to grow and expand, it requires a steady funding thing, like a steady backbone of funds. So, if you could walk me through the funding scenario of your company, like have you taken funds before? Are you planning to in the near future?
Yes, actually, me and Andy, we have put our own funds to start this company. But after 6 months or so, because of the 3.5-fold growth, we did one round of funding. We had a couple of investors in the company, and I think that's enough for another 1.5 to 2 years, maybe another 2.5 years. So we are not thinking of any second round soon. But if God is kind to us, maybe we'll be requiring a second round of funding. But I personally feel that we don't require a second round of funding at least till 2022 end or 2023 first half.
Okay. Well, before closing this interview, I'd like to know what are your thoughts on Startup Lanes?
Startup Lanes is super. I mean, let me tell you very honestly, it's not just because you are taking my interviews on Startup Lanes YouTube channel at the same time. The best thing about Startup Lanes is there is no need for you to speak to someone. Everything is available. Digitally, it is really nice. The Startup Lanes WhatsApp group, the charter which they have drawn, it is absolutely very fruitful for someone who really love to work with the like-minded people. This is a group for the like-minded people. Here, there is no one big and no one is small. A new startup like me is as good as a startup which is a unicorn company. So everybody is getting the same type of attention and the guidance. And let me tell you, your Zoom sessions are super, honestly speaking. It has to be more frequent. The only thing is sometimes we could not attend because of the time paucity. But the sessions are really very worthwhile because we have worked on other side. We have worked in the corporate side. Startup is something which is, there is a lot of study, there is a lot of literature available and everything. And whenever you are reading some literature, you will not be in a position to complete that literature for years. But if you are going to use these type of opportunities through sessions, it's a typical mindset. You get it fast. You will be in a position to learn it fast. That is the best thing about Startup Lens. And my best wishes to the team Startup Lens. Shishir and the team, they are doing fabulous job, honestly speaking. I hope to meet you guys sometime. I don't know where this pandemic will be over, and sometime we'll be have a cup of coffee in some of the ballroom. I don't know, but Startup Lens is really doing a good job. My best wishes to them, and it's a great boon for new startups like us.
All right. Well, thank you for your kind words, sir. Best wishes to you and your company as well. That would bring an end to this session, but thank you for taking out your time and joining and sharing your views to our viewers on the platform.
Many thanks. Always welcome and kudos. Please take care of yourself in this pandemic. We will be definitely coming out, and let's hope that as a country also will prosper under the good leadership of Prime Minister Modi. I hope that will come out very, very sustainable in the near future. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.